Welcome all. Today we are to be study about the some processes of the plastic material. In last lecture we have already studied about the introductory part of the plastic, the characteristics of the plastic material, also the classification of plastic material and some processes like extrusion of the plastic material. So, in today's lecture, we are to be study some another processes of the plastics. It include the reaction injection molding, blow molding, rotational molding, and thermoforming process. So, first process that is a reaction injection molding process. So, it is to be a short form that is a RIM, and it involves the mixing of two highly reactive liquid ingredients and injecting the mixture into a mold cavity where chemical reactions leading to solidification occurs. The two ingredients from the component used in the catalyst activated or mixing activated thermoset system. The urethanes, the exposites, the urea formaldehyde, these are the example of this system. So in that figure we can see the liquid ingredients are pumped in precisely measured amount from a separate holding tanks into a mixing head. The ingredients are rapidly mixed and then injected into the mold cavity at relatively low pressure where the polymerization and curing occurs. So, through that process, large parts we can be manufactured. So that process it required a very low tooling cost. For example, car bumpers, these are to be manufactured along with that reaction injection molding process. Then the next process that is of a blow molding. So blow molding, these are to be used to form the product like bottle, floats, the automobile heater ducts. All these products, these are to be also, it include the plastic bottles, containers, toys, body of the doll. These are the products we can manufacture with that blow molding. So, in that process, there is a softened thermoplastic. These are to be placed in a closed end tube and by applying pressure to inflate it. So, in that figure, in first figure, we can see that the heated part, that is to be a heated part, thermoplastic part, is gripped in two pieces of the mold. Then the mold, these are to be closed to form the cavity, the required shape of the cavity, and then the air is injected to force the plastic against the walls and the after water cooled the mold that is to be of a formed. So after that, after the plastic the cooled the mold it is to be of opened and the product we can taken out. So the advantage of that blow molding, it having a very low tooling cost, also the production rate that is to be of a higher. We can manufacture a complex shape of the part, and these process these are to be recyclable parts. We can recycle the parts, but also that process it having some limitation that the wall thickness of that part to control, that is to be of a difficult in case of the blow molding. Then next process that is of a rotation molding. So rotation molding uses the gravity inside a rotating mold to achieve a haloform, and so it is to be called as a rotamolding. So that rotational molding, that is an alternative, we can say that alternative for the blow molding process. So it can be make a very large shape of the component or hollow shape of the component. So it is to be used for thermoplastic polymers, and also it is to be applicable for the thermosets and elastomers. So rotational molding or rotamolding, uh, through that generally it having the complex geometrical part, complex geometrical shape, but we can manufacture the hollow part or large part through that rotational molding process. So that process, these are containing the four steps. In that figure we can see that four step: first charging, second heating, third cooling, and fourth demolding. So in first process, a predetermined amount of polymer or plastic powder is loaded into the cavity of split mold. So we can charge the plastic powder into the mold cavity. In second figure we can see that is of a heating B. The mold is to be then heated and simultaneously rotated on two perpendicular axes so that the powder impinges on all internal surface of the mold and gradually forming a fused layer of uniform thickness. Then in third step we can see that is of a cooling. So while still rotating, the mold is cooled and so that the plastic skin that is to be of a solidifies. And in fourth step, that is demolding, the mold it is to be of opened and the part these are to be of unloaded. So through that four process we can form the hollow or large shape of the component by that rotational molding or rotamolding. The rotational speed used in that process that is to be of a slow. It is a gravity, not a centrifugal force, and so it causes the uniform coating of the mold surfaces. So mold that are to be of a simple, and these are to be inexpensive as compared to the other types of the plastic processing like a injection or blow molding. But the production cycle time of that rotational molding, these are to be larger as compared to the of other processes. Then the next process, that is of a thermoforming. So thermoforming is a process in which a flat thermoplastic sheet is heated and deformed into the desired shape. So it consists of the two main steps, the heating and forming. So heating is usually accomplished by the radiant electric heater, and deforming we can do along with the mold cavity. So these thermoforming process, these are to be of three types, and through that we can manufacture mostly the refrigerant inner panels, the lighting fixtures, the helmet, the containers which are to be required for the packing. These are to be mostly manufactured along with that thermoforming process. So these thermoforming, these are to be mainly uh, classified into three categories. First, that is of a vacuum forming. So in that figure we can see that the plastic sheet that is to be already heated, which are to be clamped, the plastic sheet, these are to be of a heated or it is to be of a softened, these are to be of a clamp, and this sheet uh, then the vacuum that is to be of a formed at the mold part through that vacuum pump. So through that vacuum A vacuum is formed between the mold cavity and the thermoplastic sheet, and the vacuum pressure that forces the sheet to conform to the mold and form the part shape. So after cooling we can get the finished part. Then second type, that is of a pressure forming. So that is similar to of a vacuum forming, but here we can apply the pressure along with the air along with air from the top. So the heated plastic sheet, we can clamp preheated plastic sheet. At the bottom there is of a molder. The air pressure, these are to be applied from the top of that plastic sheet, and that plastic sheet, these are to be drops down into the mold cavity. And after cooling, after solidification, after cooling, we can get our finished product, that is of a pressure forming. Then third, that is of a mechanical forming. So by mechanical force we can form that component or finished part. Here we can see there is of a core plug, the preheated above the preheated plastic sheet, and that core plug, it is to be applies the pressure on the plastic sheet, and these are to be falls into the mold cavity, and after cooling we can get our finished product. So these thermoforming, these three types, these are to be used for the more uses, like for the fixtures, for the helmet, for the containers, for the refrigerant inner panels. Thank you.